Well, hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. I hope you've been well. I know I have. Sorry I've been MIA for a few weeks. As I was explaining, well, a few weeks ago, life just happens. But I am back, and I actually have a huge backlog of footage now, thank God. So it'll definitely get us through winter, and I am so excited to share these hunts with you because there are a couple of real bangers in here. Now, about today's hunt, I went metal detecting in a cornfield that I've got permission to, and I had an excellent day. Nice old copper, some old silver, a really cool relic, and more. So stick around, you don't want to miss this. But before we hop in, as always, please remember that I now sell metal detecting equipment through the Digger's Den. If you need anything metal detecting related at all, please shoot me an email at stefdigs@gmail.com, or you can reach me on Facebook Messenger as well. All right, let's hop in. Well, I'm out here at one of my field permissions, and here's a great testament to start the day of Dig It All. I've got a 14 signal right in here, and it was just the ring of a pull tab. Same exact signal over here, and it was really shallow, but I popped it right out. It's a tomback button. I can see it from here. Nice big one too. And plain Jane on the front, but I can't believe the shape it's in. That's an awesome shape for kicking around in a field for, 250 years. I will take it. All right, game on. Well, surprisingly slow day out here, given this place was just tilled, but in any case, I got a double beeper on the surface, and it's this evil thing. It's a rivet. Those sound so fantastic, and they're always a pretty major disappointment, so you can tell it's slow for me today, but I have a feeling I will get in a hot spot sooner or later. I've got all day, so we'll see what happens. Well, if you're ever having a slow day, just say it out loud, because sometimes it works and gives you a good target right after you say it. Got about a 17 on the Equinox. Dug down maybe 4 inches, and this just popped up. I don't know if that's a button or a coin yet. Actually, that's oblong. Whoa, what is that? Oh, what is that? I think it's a religious medallion. Oh my goodness, you know what? Oh, okay, yeah, let me brush that off. That's really cool. Now that is awesome, especially if it's period to this place. I have found 17th and 18th century relics out here. So there's one side, I can't tell if it's Jesus or Mary. And the other side has another image. Maybe this side is Jesus because it has a halo on the top. I don't know, I really can't read if there's text around the edge. It looks like there's at least some kind of design. And the bezel there, the hole where you would put the chain, is kind of off center, so I'm really hoping this is period to the site, because that would be an absolutely amazing find. Even found some trade relics out here, so that is extremely cool. Very, very happy with that find. All right, well, this is an outstanding signal. Let's hope it's not garbage. Sounds pretty tight like a coin, but who the heck knows, so I'll dig that up and get back to you. Well, we definitely have some silver here. I got a rim. I've got a rim. And I've got a merc. Oh, that's not as exciting as I thought it would be. Sorry, guys. Somebody's swearing at me far away right now. But hey, you know what? We'll spray that off. That's all right with me. Still don't have the date. Maybe it's a 16D. We'll find out. Okay, there she is, as clean as she's going to get. She has seen much better days. She's all chewed up around the edges. Do have a date of 1918. And if there was a mint mark on here, it is long gone. That was a really welcome beep. So again, sorry for my initial disappointment, since that's very inappropriate because it's a silver coin and it's awesome no matter what the silver. Yeah, now let's go find some reals. I think that would be a little bit better. There's my attitude again. Sorry. Okay, so I'm working one straight line right now. I'm going to try to go all the way another mile toward the end of the field. I got about a 10 to 11 signal on the Equinox. I was reading about 4 inches down. Flung it out right here. And it's light, but it is a button. I cheated and looked at the back. Always hoping for the USA on the front. There's definitely something on the front. So let me come back and we'll figure out what it is. Okay, well first there you can kind of see where I think a shank was on the back. And like I said, there is definitely something on there. I hope I have an answer as to what this is by the time the video comes out, because this could be something really cool. Not sure. Kind of looks like a horseshoe though, doesn't it? Upside down for good luck. We'll keep going. Okay, well I've got a banging signal right here. That also sounds like a coin, so maybe that's my copper for the day. We shall see. Yep, it's my copper for the day, I do believe. Let's check this out together. Small little thing. Let's see. What have we got here? Definitely a coin, without a doubt. Alright. You know what, let me see if I can stand up, block the wind, and get an ID and come back to you. Well, I don't think an ID is going to happen out here, unfortunately. I do think there's a bust facing left, but I could be seeing things, I don't know. This other side is pretty wasted. There might be a head of Britannia around 1 o'clock. Could be a Woods Hibernia. I've dug them in that range, the 23, 24, so maybe as it dries we'll get a better ID, but if not, that's my coin for the day, and I am stoked with that. Alright, well I know I didn't show this coming out of the hole, but I thought it was junk, started rubbing it off. You know the story. It appears to be something pewter. Almost looks like a bullet on the end of a stick. I've got no idea. If you do, let me know, because it seems kind of old and kind of interesting. Okay, sun's kind of starting to go down, so maybe another hour or so here. Got a 12 signal down there, and I literally just flew it out of the hole, since that's what you do in a field sometimes. And it looks like a button to me, which is probably going to be Tom back, yep. I don't know. No, just a little brass convex button. If it has something on there, I'll come back. If not, we'll keep going. Well, I'm still working pretty close to where I found the coin and the last button. Got a 17 signal. Again, not very deep. And we have a wee musket ball. Not sure exactly how big that is. Maybe 58 caliber. I'm not really sure. But hey, awesome. I'll always take a musket ball. So, that was a pretty solid hunt, if I do say so myself. We got the copper out of the way, the old silver, the really cool religious medallion, and a bunch of other stuff. So how about we go take a closer look at that right now. Look at that. First snow of the year. Whamp whamp. So I'm doing my wrap up inside today. We knew that was coming. And alright, let's take a look at it. So, saved some pieces of scrap brass because they might be pieces of kettle brass. Not going to go into that right now, but if you're familiar with my videos, you probably know what I mean by that. But we'll just skip it for now. This bulbous little thing, I think it's just still filled with dirt or lead. I can't really tell. And there's brass on the outside. I haven't really taken the chance to clean this yet. I kind of saved that for over the winter for these like oddities. But I think it's probably junk. We've got some munitions over here, a little musket ball towards the end, and some buckyballs that I did not film. This big cruel rivet, which threw a really nice signal. Oh well, they're everywhere. Anywhere that leather was used heavily, like on, horse tack and stuff, you are going to find plenty of rivets, more than you will ever want to find. But I kept it for the sake of the wrap-up. This little odd thing, I really would like some help on this. People have told me it's a soldering tip. I really don't think that's correct, looking at some examples online. You can see that there's a cast seam down here, as well as on the other side. It's pretty chewed up. I think it's a lead pewter composite. Pretty heavy, so that's what I'm thinking. But I would really like some help on this. I did have a couple of people from the UK tell me that they have found these things in 17th century sites, which this does go back to. This field has a lot of 17th century activity, so please let me know your thoughts on that. I'd be very curious to hear it. Let's see. Really nice button. Beautiful green patina. And there's a slight back mark on there, but not much coming through. This is probably Very late 1700s, something like that. Okay, and this button, I still need help with this as well. You can definitely see there's a pattern on there, but I'll be damned if I can tell you what it is. I still have no idea. Shank is broken off, but that's how I can tell it was definitely a button. And it's pewter because it's very crumbly. So I did preserve this. I just sprayed hairspray on it. You can also use a mixture of Elmer's glue and water for that if you want to protect your pewter. But I like hairspray because if you've seen my hair, you can probably tell I have an abundance of that lying around the house. So if you have any thoughts on this, please let me know. I would love to hear. And let's see, our Tomback button. A little bit chewy, but that's what happens when you get them in a field. No shank. It's okay. It's a good sized button though. It's, probably over an inch wide. So that's nice. I always like Tomback. And we've got our coins and medallion. I'll save that one for last. The ugliest mercury dime I've ever dug. Hands down. It's been very worn, but nice to get that signal in a field. And what did we say this was? 1918 with no mint. So I love her just the same. She's come a long way to end up in my collection, that's for sure. Our Woods Hibernia here, which is almost unidentifiable if it weren't for the fact I used some nose grease on this. I'm sure you've heard of that method before. You just take, body oil from either the side of your nose, maybe around your hairline and your forehead, behind your ear, and gently rub the higher points of the coin. Brings out a little bit of detail, and you can barely see the bust coming through there of King George I. So I've found several of these in this field now, and I'm not sure why. I think I found maybe 4 out there, and you have to remember the footage I'm showing you on today's video is from October, and we're in December. I've hunted there several times since, so anyway, much more to come from there. Very exciting finds coming up. And this, to me, was certainly the find of the day. Extremely old religious medallion. I do believe that's Jesus with the Sacred Heart on the front there, and Mary cradling baby Jesus in the back. Can't make out any of the text. This was not something that I was willing to really clean. I just basically, I think I rinsed it off once when I got home, and then I just sealed it with Renaissance wax. Because when you have copper, which I think this is, in a field, there's not much hope of cleaning it very well, as evidenced by that. This looks better for having cleaned it because you couldn't tell what it was at all before in the video, even though I had a good guess. But if you want to keep a nice patina, you just kind of have to wax it off. So anyway, super, super, super cool. Again, probably late 18th, early 19th century. Definitely the oldest religious medallion I've ever found. And actually only the second one I've found. So overall, that was a great return to a cornfield. Okay, guys, well, that's all for this week. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. And remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week.